Involved with ropeless fishing since 2010. Marco cooperated closely with the New South Wales Fishers and the Department of Primary Industry to validate and establish the first commercial ropeless fishing system. Since the start of commercial use in 2012, Marco has provided on-site and at-sea support for fishers using the technology, as well as for sea trials. This has led to insights enabling optimization, new products, and new capabilities, as you'll hear in his presentations. Marco, welcome.
Thank you very much. Is ropeless fishing ready? January 21st this year, just a few weeks ago, I got a call from a fisher in New South Wales saying, "Hey Marco, can you ship me 20 more of these acoustic releases? I need them urgently." I said, yes. We got the crew together. 11 days later, I was on a plane to Australia with these in my bag, and I wondered, how is this happening? This fisher had now an inventory of 123 of those. He had started out with a small fishing boat, but recently bought a boat worth $600,000 US. Why would he buy? I have now invested $250,000 in our system. Well, let's see what he's running. He's running this pop-up system. You see the bags there. It's called a bottom stored bag. That's been invented by a fisher, Ron Firkins of Sydney, around 1995. And as you've heard, by 2010, the Department of Primary Industry selected our release to go along with it. Why did they select it? A simple release mechanism translates to very high reliability and low cost. You have a few remote commanding options, that is simple switch operated box, computer operated with more capabilities. You can adjust the release back however you want. Let's move on to the next thing. Of course, you need GPS gear marking whenever you do ropeless work. So we provide a gear marking app free on your Android phone for it. And you can see how gear fields are developing, or you can just use your plotter if it's just only relevant to you, if it's not a competitive fishery. This, by the way, has been tested quite nicely at Yarmouth by CWLA. You might hear about that. Public interrogate is something that we added early this year. Now you switch on your surface box and it interrogates who's down there. Any release will reply. You get distance and owner identification, so you can make sure the ground is clear before you're setting gear. You can find moved gear on a collaborative or community basis, and if you're a fisheries inspector, you can check for compliance with this. All right, that's a brief rundown of the technology. Let's look at the economics of it, because that's really the relevant here. In LFA 33, 34, most fishers are running 25 trawls, 15 traps per trawl. You put a release on both ends, 50 releases. You have to outfit your boat, like with a hydraulic line hauler to rearm the bags. Might set you back, and this is now in Canadian dollars, 124,000 Canadian dollars. And then you have maintenance and replacement cost per year. You might go, that is crazy. But then when you look at the numbers there on the right, as a percentage of your catch value over a number of years, you might be in the 2 to 5% percentage of the value of your catch over that same period of time. So if you can save more than that, your system becomes profitable. All right, why do the fishers adopt it? And here I want to go back to Steve. In 2016, he got his first 15 releases, and because he was hounded by poachers. And as soon as he had these, the poaching problem went away. He didn't have to patrol his fishing ground. He could start a secondary fishery in mud crabbing, made more money, bought a second boat, outfitted it with the releases, went out to the edge of the continental shelf, and found he could fish far more effectively than any of his buddies. There are strong currents out there. His buoys wouldn't submerge. A short time later, unfortunately, Ron Firkins passed away. Steve went down 11 hours to Sydney, dropped 28 traps, came back 6 weeks later, raised them all in one day, 2 tons of catch, $200,000. That's why we did it. We see similar things now in Maine. Fishers want to do it because they lose a lot of traps. I met one guy who lost 800, another one who lost 400. You want to extend your business for your kids. You might want to reduce weather wear and tear and damage. Okay, how do we get there? How do we get there? This is my last slide here. And I think you have seen readiness of Ropeless is there for some fishers. It is a decision only for the fisher to make, not for us in this room, not for the Fisheries Association. So if I'm a regulator, I'm going to stand aside and say, look, ocean buoys submerge all the time. If you want to work submerged near sunken controls, go ahead. Just mark your buoys. Mark your buoys with your numbers. After all, we are not prosecuting you in high currents. Now you say, all right, when we have closures, do them to the vertical ropes only. At that point, you're going to get the early adopters coming in. Certainly, we always have them knocking on our door, they want to get started. That will help refine the technology, get over the challenges by these fishers working with the manufacturer, and make the technology ready for a broader audience. If you are in the test and evaluation area, do these tests. They have helped us test them all and provide information to the fishers, but don't make decisions for them. Well, that's pretty much it for me. We will have a little brochure that has Steve's story in detail. You can pick it up at our booth. I recommend it. It's a good read to really think about it maybe on your platform. Thank you very much.